If you're a life insurance agent or financial advisor in the retirement planning space and you're sick of paying for leads, sick of wasting money on ads, sick of cold calling, door knocking, and all that stuff that really isn't that fun, I want to introduce you to Jake. What I love about Jake and his story is that when he came to us, he had no online presence at all. No website, no LinkedIn connections, no Facebook profile, no Instagram profile. And within 24 hours after launching his marketing system, he was actually able to land six-figure clients. Now, you're going to hear in his story where he was at before, where he was relying on referrals. He wasn't sure where his next client was coming from, all the way to today where he has so much activity that he has to now figure out how he's going to service all of these new clients and prospects coming through the door. So without further ado, here's Jake.
Before Train Advisor, I just didn't have any consistent leads. I was going from one referral to the next, and there'd be some significant lulls there. And I'd be waiting for sometimes months before I had my next client. And it wasn't just a sustaining business model, really. I was doing business a totally different way, referral based, and I was looking at what I thought were the needs of the client. But then I got involved with Train Advisor, and I learned a bunch of different high-level strategies on how to help people with taxes and how to help the retirement process avoid a lot of that taxation. Mm-hmm. And then I just changed up my whole model on why I'm meeting with clients, how I meet with clients, and my caseloads went up as far as how I'm able to get people, problems resolved. Mm-hmm. And then on top of that, the results for the client were like twice as good as what I was doing before. So now I'm actually circling back to a lot of my clients with different strategies, and all of them are just responding phenomenally. Yeah. And dude, I'm bringing in, like, just so you know, like on their side, I'm bringing in some good clients.
Like to Rick?
Yeah. We're working on like a $30 million estate right now.
So how has this changed your life? I mean, now you're learning more stuff. You're talking to more people, I guess. Like, tell me a little bit about that from the personal side, I suppose.
I mean, just going back to what I said before, it wasn't consistent what I had. And now that I'm with Train Advisor, I'm not worried about the next client. So, I mean, it's pretty obvious that it has been incredibly impactful in my life. And I think that it's going to make a lasting impact on my family, just because, one day I want to pass this business down to my son. And now I know that that's really a possibility because there's clients coming in every day.
Now, why did you choose to join Trained Advisor over every other program that you saw specifically?
Well, I researched a number of programs, and I was looking for any kind of lifeline to help my business thrive, because I just wanted to do better for myself and my family. Mm-hmm. And fortunately, I ended up on a forum where I saw a bunch of advisors raving about Trained Advisor, and I said, great, let me look at this one. And I almost went with another program, which I'm so grateful I didn't, because afterward I found out that program was just not the business. So Train Advisor is where you should be. I don't want to, put too much enthusiasm behind it and scare people, but it felt like magic when I got started. The launch call I got a client the very first day, and it wasn't just a single policy. It was for a business owner who was in a position of selling his business, and we ended up doing some really high level planning. And that was from the very first day, the first 30 minutes of getting the system working for me going live. And since then, I feel like I've had leads coming in every day and opportunities coming in every week to that, because there is so much traffic coming through the system. You could be busy all the time. You really could be busy all the time with case design, with outreach, with presentations. So that's where I'm at right now, is I'm trying to figure out how to handle all the traffic that Train Advisor is giving me. And I've never had this issue in my whole 11 years of being an advisor. Wow. Now I'm finally in this rapid expansion growth mode, and it's a great place to be. It feels great.
My man. All right. I love it. So where do you think you'd be right now if you didn't join Trained Advisor?
Whew. Back in the spot I've been the last, decade, just waiting for the next referral, trying to talk to as many people as I can that I run into face to face. And, that works for, a certain amount of business. But if you really want to exceed your own goals, you're going to have to find a new way to market and a new way to get that outreach. And that's exactly why I reached out to Train Advisor in the first place. If you're considering Train Advisor, go at the pace that you feel most comfortable. But I'm telling you from my experience, I had zero social media experience. I had never been on social media platforms prior to this. And they started me from zero to where I'm at now. And I'm getting clients every single week on a consistent basis. So I don't want to make it sound like it's magic, but you just got to put the work in and it's going to come to you.
That's it.
Prior to Train Advisor, it was very much so like chasing leads, cold calls, trying to make sales. When I got involved with Train Advisors, it very much changed. It feels like you're having conversations and it feels like people just want to talk to you, just like someone wanted to get some quality information. And that's how it just keeps going from there. One question leads to another. Before you know it, you're having an appointment. And it just feels so natural. You know what I mean? It doesn't feel hard. It doesn't feel like I'm chasing anybody or anyone's avoiding you, So
Ooh, that's good.
that's the difference, I would say, with Train Advisor.
Nice, man. And can you, I guess, just elaborate a little bit on the coaching side? Because we provide a service, I suppose. We don't advertise the coaching. So like all the calls that you and I have where we're like, how do you follow up with this person? How do you get this person back on the phone? How do you think about this different? Organize, organize your time, I guess, like all of that stuff. Were you expecting it? Do all companies have that? Is it different? Is it like, I guess, tell me a little bit about that.
So when I signed on Trained Advisor, I thought I was just going to get like a marketing system, maybe an CRM, some way to track my progress. I had no idea that you guys were going to guide me every step of the way, how to follow up with the client, how to do the outreach after the books have been ordered, how to get them on the phone, get them off of LinkedIn, all of these things that I would have never figured out on my own. Honestly, Joe, you've really been an instrumental part in showing me how the process really works. And now it just feels, like I said, it just feels natural. It just feels like you're meeting friends online and they want to ask you questions and you want to give them solutions. That's really it.
That's it. Literally, there's nothing else to it. Do you have like two questions, I suppose. Do you have one big aha moment with us? Like, is there like, what was your like, oh my God, like, I thought it was this way, and now I see that it's actually this way. Did you ever have you had one like that yet, or not? Not quite.
I've had multiple aha
Oh,
moments, especially because I'm not from the, social media marketing world. You guys showed me that, all of this data that's been tested, it works. It works. It really does. You just have to kind of get out there and be willing to put yourself out there is
yeah.
the biggest thing.
Okay.
And I never did that before. It was all just based on people saying I did a good job with other clients and then they refer me, but I never put myself out there to the public.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's what Trained Advisor does really well. They frame you really good and then they help you with the processes. So you don't look like you don't know what you're doing and you feel like you are in control every step of the way, which is amazing.
Dude, that's perfect. Yeah. That makes me feel all warm and fuzzy to hear that.
Yeah.
So now knowing everything that you know and being a Trained Advisor, I guess put Trained Advisor aside for a second and imagine you're talking to another advisor that's struggling. What's the number one business advice that you would give them based on everything you know now?
An advisor that's struggling.
Yeah.
With their own practice.
With their own practice. Yeah.
I would tell them it's about getting your clients to be consistent and getting your workflow consistent. And if you don't know where your next client is coming from, then you don't have the right processes in place. Because that's exactly where I was at. I didn't know where my next client was going to come from. And I was always worried about, the next so many months ahead. And now that I have consistent people coming to me, man, the stress is just alleviated. So I know that's the problem for most advisors. And give it a shot, you guys. Work at it and let the marketing do what the marketing does, and you do what you do, and that's helping clients. Dude, people just I want to be able to tell people like, don't know how amazing it is until you're involved in it, but you know what I mean.
That's true. Yeah, dude. I mean, it's like I said, man. You don't know until you know. right?
I hope you enjoyed hearing a little bit about Jake's story. Now, the number one thing that Jake did was he decided to take action, which I know that 99% of advisors won't do. They're going to watch this video, get inspired, but they won't do anything about it. So I'd encourage you to go to chatwithtyson.com where you can book a time directly on my calendar. You and I will connect. I don't have any high pressure sales tactics. We'll just have a conversation to see what your business looks like and see if there might be a way for us to help you propel your business forward. So again, go to chatwithtyson.com and I'll talk to you soon.